أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء. أما بعد، فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما. صدق الله العلي العظيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.
Inshallah,
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
inshallah, I hope everyone is well and everyone can hear me loud and clearly.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Right. Now, continuing from where we left last session, I'm going to start from there and continue our discussion itself. I make this just a prior notice. I may have this class slightly longer than an hour, depending upon if I finish within the time zone of 1 hour.
Inshallah.
So kindly, as he was a student of Qom and a fellow colleague, can I kindly request a Surah Fatiha for Sayyid Asad Jafri Marhum, who was a young Maulana who was a colleague of mine. We weren't in the same class, it was different classes than him in Qom. So please, can you recite Surah Al-Fatiha for Sayyid Asad Jafri as well? As in America, and as in Toronto, they're doing his namaz janaza now. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in ihdinas siratal mustaqim siratal ladzina an'amta 'alayhim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him a place with the Ahlul Bayt al-Muslim and amongst the Ansar Imam Zaman Ajalla ta'ala Faraj al-Sharif. Ya Ameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Now, I'm just going to bring the handouts onto the screen. Okay. So let me just give you let me refresh everyone's memory, and then inshallah we'll continue from where I left last session. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. We were doing prepositions, and we spoke about, okay, let me just bring this onto this. So last session itself, we spoke about prepositions. Now, prepositions in the Quran and in the Arabic language, we use them often. And I have started with preposition, and as I mentioned, I'm focusing on Surah Al-Hamd, and I'll complete all of the translation of Surah Al-Hamd, and then also give you the tafsir. Along with, I will cover the concepts or the grammatical concepts embedded within Surah Al-Hamd, as well. And we started with Ba'ul Bismillah, and we are still on Ba'ul Bismillah. And we mentioned that in Ba'ul Bismillah, which I'm just going to show you in the screen. It's Bismi. It's not Bismo, not neither Bisma, it's Bismi. And this ba is called a preposition, a particle in the Arabic language. And the other sisters of ba, which means in or by, ba comes in the meaning of in, at, or by. And Bismillah, this ba, the other meaning of ba, it means by the help and the assistance as well. Ba'ul Bismillah, like we have in Ziyarat Jamia Kabira, bina fatahallahu bina yakhtim, that by our wasila Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala started the creation, and bina yakhtim, and by our wasila Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will terminate or end creation itself. So bina fatahallahu bina yakhtim will conclude things as well. So ba is a preposition, a particle, and the sisters of ba are some of the following words or nouns, sorry, preposition we are doing now: min, from, fi, li, bi, ala, ila, ma'a, and baina. So these are all prepositions. And we spoke last session of some of these examples here. Fi coming, fi dhalalin mubin. Fi is coming, and the letter after it, dhalalin, is getting a kasra tanween. Ala is one of the sisters of fi. Alan nari. Alan nari, upon, on the fire. And then the other example, billahi, in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Billahi, bil akhirati. Biwadin, by valleys. Lil mu'minati. So you will see in these few examples which we did last time, ila adhabin adhimin. Ila, which means towards, a great, adhim meaning great, adhab meaning chastisement, towards a great chastisement itself. So you will see from these few examples which I've shared already, which we did last session, that any noun which comes after min, fi, li, bi, ala, ila, ma'a, and bain, what harakat does it receive? There's a question, open question for everyone. Kasra or a kasra tanween.
Kasra tanween.
Yeah. Fi dhalalin or ala nari. So these are the two things that whenever a preposition comes, the noun after it will get a kasra or a kasra tanween. When does the noun get a kasra tanween? When the noun is without
alif lam.
Exactly.
Without alif lam.
Exactly. And ala nari is with alif lam and is getting a kasra. Now, let me just give me some background knowledge, and then I'm going to continue, and I'm going to start mudaf ilay today. In all words, though, please have a pen and paper with you, because I am during the course and before the course, I'm designing this course. So the way I have to make it very easy to follow, and I have to make it structured. So please have a pen and paper with you. And if there's any feedback you want to give me, please give me your feedback, because I am developing the course as I'm teaching it, and physically, mentally, I am virtually preparing the course how I would like to be taught if I was learning Arabic language through the Quran, because different courses have their own structures and methods, which I don't think is the most appropriate message. So I'm developing in a manner which is easy for all students and enjoyable for all students. So please do have pen and paper for any feedback or any, and also make the notes. Now, I've mentioned that all prepositions, whenever they come, ba, ala, the noun gets a kasra or a kasra tanween. Now, the question which you will ask me, because there's a lot of newcomers in the class, so forgive me for the advanced students and the intermediate students, but because they're beginner students, I have to set the pace right and set the foundations clear so that they enjoy these classes. Now, the question comes that fi ala, upon which word do they enter? Do they enter upon nouns and verbs? There's a question. Do these prepositions fi and ala, on which words do they enter upon?
I think on nouns only.
Exactly. So all prepositions fi, ala, all of these only enter upon on nouns. Nouns, not on verbs. Verbs, prepositions do not change and they do not come before any verbs. Verbs have their own particles which come. We'll do that at a later date. But at the moment, we're focusing on nouns. The next question comes if Bismillahi, the ism of Bismi, is getting a kasra. You may ask me that this preposition which is coming is giving a kasra or kasra tanween. What are the other harakat which a noun can receive? All nouns in the Arabic language can receive 3 states. How many states? 3 states. What are the 3 states? Marfu'un, for example.
Mansub.
No, always start from marfu. That is the original state for all nouns. Marfu'un. Like the example here, I'll give you example, easy example. Hamidun, talibun. Hamidun, talibun. So Hamidun has a dhamma tanween, talibun has a dhamma tanween. Hamid, or if I said Rajulun Muslimun, a Muslim man. So when a noun gets a dhamma, Aminatu bintun. Aminatu bintun. Amina is a daughter. So this is called marfu'un. Marfu'un indicates nominative case. So when a noun gets a dhamma or a dhamma tanween, the halat of the last letter of the word is called marfu'un. And the marfu, the vowels for marfu can be al-kitabu, kitabun, Muhammadun, al-babu, and babun, dhamma. Clear, Sister Saida?
So
Yes.
even
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Go ahead, Tyler.
Assalamu alaikum. Just a quick question over here.
Yep.
So you're saying like the first state, the nominative case, marfu'un,
Yep.
when we're seeing the last letter of the noun has dhamma.
Yep.
It can only have either it can only appear with by itself or with al, but then it will be with al it will also use a dhamma,
Exactly.
not the kasra.
Excellent. So there's a dhamma tanween or a dhamma. So when there's
Yeah.
alif lam, like al-babu, it's with a dhamma by itself. But because here babun is without alif lam, so you read it with a dhamma tanween.
Dhamma
Babun.
tanween. Because previously we learned that with al,
Yep.
the noun will get only kasra, right?
No, not with al, with ba. When there's ba before a noun, the letter after the ba, the noun after the ba will get a kasra or a kasra tanween.
Oh, okay.
Okay, is that clear now, Tahira?
Yes. Yeah.
The reason why, okay, let me explain, Tahira. Come back on the mic because I know where you get slightly confused. What's happening? I may have said if there's alif lam, if there is alif lam and there is a preposition before it,
like fil kitab, fil
fil kitab, exactly.
Fil al kitab or fil kitab.
So because of fi and the al kitab has alif lam, so it will not get a kasra tanween, it will get one kasra, fil kitabi, in the book. And if it's in a book, it will be fi kitabin, in a
book.
So that is the point which I think you got slightly you was slightly confused.
Different.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So definitely different nouns. Okay.
So here the kasra here when the third state is majroor. the genitive case. Now, if you see here, Hada, this is, Hada means this, Kitabu Muhammadin. So here, Muhammadin is having a kasra tanween. This
And
is,
kitabu.
yeah, Hada, Kitabu has a dhamma. This is Muhammad's book. And then over here, as-sa'atu. The word as-sa'atu in the Arabic language means watch. As-sa'atu ala sariri. The watch is on the bed. So the word as-sariri, there's, because of this alif lam, the last letter is having only a kasra, not a kasra tanween.
No, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That
Yeah,
alif lam is coming and then the noun is getting the kasra.
Yeah, that's right. When the alif lam, when the alif lam comes, the noun gets a kasra, not a kasra tanween.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
perfect.
clear. Yeah.
Perfect. The second state is mansub. The second state of a noun, so there's mansub, marfu, mansub, and majroor. Mansub is, example being, I'll give you this example. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan. The last word of Muhammadan is not Muhammadun. Muhammadin is Muhammadan. Fatha tanween. So this is Fatha tanween itself. And then I testify that Muhammad is his messenger and his servant itself. Is that clear, Sister Tahira? And
Yes.
And then here gets a Fatha tanween. And sometimes a word can have alif lam and be, for example, here it says Ra'aytu Muhammadan Fissuki. Ra'aytu Muhammadan Fissuki. Here Muhammadan, if I say instead of Muhammad, if I said I saw the book in the market, fi means in, asuk means market. If I say I saw the book, how would I say that, Sister Sayyidah? The word al-kitabu is the actual the book, and I saw the book in the market. So instead of Muhammadan, you're putting the book al-kitabu. How would you change it to al-kitabu? Would it be one fatha or would it be fatha tanween?
It will be one fatha.
Exactly. So how would the sentence be? Ra'aytu
al-kitaba fi السوق.
I saw, yeah, excellent. Ra'aytu means I saw the book in the market.
The market.
So let me finalize this. That all nouns have three states. Marfu, when a noun, so now all nouns take a dhamma or a dhamma tanween, depending upon if they come with alif lam. If they come with alif lam, the last letter will have one dhamma. If it's without alif lam, then it will have a tanween. Bintun, jamilatun, talibun, mujtahidun.
Yeah.
And then next one, Muhammadan, fatha tanween. And the other example, Ra'aytu al-kitaba. You can't see it.
I can't hear you.
You cannot hear me, doctor.
Voice isn't clear.
Can you not hear me, doctor? Doctor, can you hear me now?
We can hear.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Maybe increase your volume, doctor. 1 second. Let me just message him. Right, okay. So this is mansub when a noun takes a fatha or a fatha tanween. And then majroor can be two ending. As-sa'atu ala sariri, the watch is on the bed, one kasra, or ayyu shahrin hadha. Ayyu shahrin, which month is this? Kasra tanween. Is this clear so far for everyone?
Yes, it is. Can I ask you, like, when does a noun get fatha in general?
Okay, this question I'll teach you in the other classes to say that.
Oh,
because if I go, because if I open so many angles of grammar, then it confuses students. I'm going to keep it as simple as possible, focusing on one topic, and then I'll focus. But it normally comes, I will answer in English rather than Arabic, because if I give Arabic examples, it'll confuse everyone. It normally comes with a fatha when it comes as an object of a verb. So normally all objects of verb come with a fatha or a fatha tanween. Like in Surah إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا. Afwajan. The word afwajan, or in Surah وجعل الليل لباسا. وجعل الليل libasan. Libasan is a fatha tanween. وجعلنا الليل. We have made the night as a libas, as a cover. In Surah Naba.
Okay.
So fatha tanween or a fatha is normally as an object for a verb. Right. Is this clear for everyone so far? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you may ask me a question over here. I'm going to teach it in a form of a question. Let me just find the example and then I will move. Just give me 1 second. I just need to find that example for me to start the other topic now. Okay, let me just. Okay, I'll use this instead. Right. I want one of the new students to come on the mic. Any of the students, I don't mind. Any student can bismillah come on the mic, and I'm going to ask them the question.
Okay.
Anyone would like to come on the mic?
I'm on the mic.
Bismillah. Now over here now, Sister Saida, you may ask me the question in Bismillah. In Bismi, we're not reciting it Bismin, correct? Because I mentioned that after all prepositions,
yes,
the noun which comes should have a kasra or a kasra tanween, correct?
Correct.
Now the word ismun is neither coming with alif lam, is not bil ismi, it's the word ismun, the root word of ismun is alif sin mim. Ismun meaning name.
Okay.
And it's coming with one kasra, correct?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
This is
you told me. As far as I remember, it was the two things coming after, like was it the mudaf and mudafil, I think, or something after preposition? That's what
I told you in the Medina Arabic book 1 class.
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought, mashallah, okay, let me explain it for the newcomers from the Quranic Arabic. Right. Now, for those who are learning this for the first time, I'll explain it as if we are learning it fresh. Now, there is no alif lam with bil ismi, it's just kasra. Why is it with a kasra? Why is it not ending with a kasra tanween? In Arabic language, there are two situations where a noun can take a kasra or a kasra tanween. One is a preposition, okay? One is a preposition, like bismi, it gets a kasra. And the other place where a noun takes a kasra, it's when you make or give ownership of something to someone else. Let me give you an example. I've done the examples over here, and I will show you those examples. Okay, can everyone see this on your screens? Kitabullahi and Abdullahi.
No, we cannot see.
We
on
have a
this
document. Yeah, we can only see the document.
Okay, let me just
and I don't have this document, to be honest.
Yeah, I haven't shared it. I'm going to share this after this lesson. I'm going to share that after.
Yeah. Yes.
Now,
yeah.
Kitabullahi and Abdullahi. So when we see Kitabullahi and Abdullahi, you will see here that the word after the word Kitab and Abd is having a kasra, correct? Kitabullahi, the translation of Kitabullahi, as you will say, Allah's book, Abdullahi, Allah's servant. Allah's servant. So when we are making, so you will see here, there are two nouns coming together. Is this correct? We have two nouns coming together, and the second noun is receiving a kasra. Why is it receiving a kasra? Because this is in Arab, in English, we the term is used a compound phrase, or it's called an annexed ANNEX annexed noun. Annexed noun is that when you are giving ownership of one noun to the other noun. So Kitabullahi, does Allah belong to the Kitab, or a book belong to Allah? Of course you will say Book of Allah. And Abdullah, the servant of Allah. Correct?
Correct.
So Sister Tahira. Now this is called Kitabullahi, Abdullahi. So these are two nouns. This is a compound phrase, and Kitabullahi, Abdullahi. So always the second noun takes a kasra. So this is a ruling. These are two situations. One situation is when a noun comes after any preposition, a noun gets a kasra or a kasra tanween. And the other situation, a noun gets a kasra when it is a next noun. And in English language, a good example.
Possessive noun, basically.
Yes, exactly. The other word which is used is called a possessive noun.
Yeah.
That is correct. So the possessive noun, when you say the book of Allah, servant of Allah. So whenever in English language, when we use the word of, it gives a meaning of possession itself, the possessive noun.
Okay.
Okay. Now I want to talk about this concept and then to explain Ba'al Bismillah. Now, let me just get something else onto the screen, give you an explanation, and then I'll come to this handout itself. Okay. Bismillah. So now, Idafa, a next noun or possessive noun, Sister Tahira. Bismillah, come on the mic, please. I'm sorry I'm picking on yourself. That's the first name which is coming on the screen. Otherwise, I would have chose someone else on the mic.
Sure.
Bismillah.
You want me to read it?
Yes, please. So,
Okay.
possession constructions.
Okay. Possession constructions or idafa occur frequently in Arabic. An idafa is composed of two components, a mudaf and a mudaf ilayh. Okay. The mudaf is the thing that belongs to the noun that directly follows it, and a mudaf ilayh is the person or thing that possesses the mudaf. For
Correct.
example, Kitabu Abbasin, Abbas's book.
So the book belongs to Abbas, or Abbas belongs to the book?
The book belongs to Abbas. So basically, the possessive noun will always appear in the second position, basically.
Exactly. So in English language, this is another point. In the English language, the possessor comes first, and the thing which is owned, possessed, comes after.
It comes after. Mm-hmm.
So
the object comes, after the noun.
Yeah. And then the other example you'll see, Bismillah, Kitab.
Kitabullahi, the Allah's book.
So there's no need in the Allah's book. Allah's book is sufficient because Allah is definite.
Yeah,
Allah's
because
book.
it's not Al-Kitabullahi.
Yeah. Allah's book. Now, look at these two examples. The second, which is the first noun is called mudaf, and the second noun is called
mudaf ilayh.
Mudaf ilayh. So possessed and the possessor. Now, in this example, Kitabu Abbasin and Kitabullahi, what two difference do you see between the two, Abbasin and Allahi?
The second, well, in the first example, the noun has a tanween, kasra, tanween, and
Correct.
the second one is like just kasra.
Correct. So this is a really important point in the Quran, that whenever mudaf ilayh comes, there'll be two nouns together, and the second noun, because Abbas is without alif lam, it takes a kasra tanween. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the original word is ilahun, and the definite
Yes.
article is added to Allah, and it becomes Allahi.
Correct. Yeah.
Correct? Let's continue.
Yes. The mudaf ilahi can be either a noun or a pronoun, as we shall show in examples for them. Prepositions and idaf are the only two situations that makes a noun in the genitive case.
Okay, now it's
Halat al-majroor. Yeah.
yeah. So there are only two situations. A noun can take a kasra or kasratun. One is after a preposition, and the other is in this possessive pronoun case. Kitabu Abbasin and Kitabullahi. The word Abbas, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, both of these are nouns. They are not pronouns. Correct, everyone? These are pronouns. So nouns, they are not pronouns. Pronouns, inshallah, I will explain that whenever you say my book, his book, our book, this is called possessive pronouns. And the book itself, if it's by itself, a book, it doesn't be, it's a common noun. A book, it could be any book, but when it belongs to someone, it becomes, because we have given it ownership, it becomes a proper noun. Is that clear?
Yes.
Right. Now, one more thing I need to add as well before I go any further is, let me show this and then I'll go to the examples. If you look over here, Abdun means what? A servant. And in English, the reason why I'm doing this, and I'll go back, because I wanted to make it crystal clear when we go for the explanation. Abdun, a servant. Indefinite noun, in Arabic, we call it nakiratun, or a common noun. And if we said al-abdu, Sister Bilqis, would you like to come on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Al-abdu,
The servant.
this is called a definite noun, and in
Yeah.
Arabic we call it al-ma'rifatu. The proper
Yeah.
al-ma'rifa, meaning it's a specific noun which you're referring to. Next example, please.
Kitabun, a book. Indefinite noun.
Common noun.
Yeah, common noun. Nakiratun.
Correct.
And,
So when
and
we
then,
say al-kitabu, it means the book. So the itself, you're making it restricted. You're defining which book you're referring to.
yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Similarly is the case when we say kitab, Abbas, instead of having the al-kitabu, we are bringing a name. When you bring a name of an individual after a book or a noun, the name of the Abbas itself, that is making the noun book specified.
Yeah. That's
Correct?
right. Yes.
And Kitabullah, Allah's book, Allah is coming after Kitab. That is specifying whose book you're referring to. By this means, you're making Kitab being a definite noun.
Yeah.
So there are two ways so far we're learning. One is that whenever there's alif lam, it makes the noun definite. And the other way is whenever a noun is possessive noun by like Kitabu Abbas or Kitabullah, it becomes a definite noun. Is that clear?
Yes, that's clear.
Okay, now let's go through the examples that the notes for mudaf, mudaf ilayh. Let's read now. The mudaf is the first noun. So this one here is the mudaf, sister. And the second noun is called the mudaf ilayh.
Yes.
Bismillah, let's read.
Abdullahi. The mudaf takes neither the definite article alif lam nor the indefinite. So it would incorrect to. Oh, it would be incorrect to say, I suppose, Abdullahi or Abdullahi.
So Abdun Allahi
Abdullahi, yeah,
or Abdullahi or so the only thing which is correct is Abdullahi.
Abdullahi. That's the only correct one. Yes. Okay.
So Abdullahi is the only correct thing to say. Abdullahi.
Yes. Servant of Allah.
So servant of Allah. So you cannot say Abdul, because when you say Abdul means a servant.
Yeah. That's right. Yes.
Right. Next point.
One.
Mudaf is definite.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I can't see it. I
Here.
think I think I zoomed in. That's why. The mudaf is definite by position and does not require the definite article or the tanween. How is
So-
mudaf definite by position?
So how is definite? Because the word Allah and Abbas
Yeah.
is making it the book definite. With
Yeah.
that, if Abbas and Allah is making the kitab definite, because this is now belonging to Abbas
Belonging. Yeah.
and kitab is belonging to Allah. So for this reason, we cannot say kitabun, or neither we can say al kitabu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the reason why the alif lam and the tanween do not never come on the kitab itself.
Okay.
So Abdun, Allah, and Abdullah.
Is incorrect then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Al Abdu, Al Abdullah, and Abdun, Allah is incorrect. So
Okay.
let's
Can I
just
just take a screenshot of that?
I'll send you this. I'm going to send all of this across to yourself.
Okay.
Now, so Kitabullahi and Abdullah. Let's read this now, please.
The word Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making the book and servant definite by position, like the definite article makes the indefinite noun definite. Al-kitabu,
So Kitabun becomes Al-Kitabu.
the book, yes. The mudaf haraka by default would be dhamma. However, depending where it is situated in the sentence, it can come in the accusative case and genitive case.
You understand now? So normally all mudaf ilayh is Kitabullahi and
Yes.
Abdullahi. The first word kitab should always be with a dhamma.
Yes.
Abdullah, servant of Allah, should be with a dhamma.
Dhamma, yeah.
However, as I mentioned earlier today, that
Yeah.
the nouns have how many states? 3 states. What are the 3 states? Marfu, mansub, and majroor.
Majroor, yeah.
Now, let me give you some examples here now. Let me give you some easy examples for it. Let's go to this one here, which we did earlier. We say ba here is what is ba? Ba is a preposition.
Yes.
The original word is ismullahi. The original word is ismullahi, name of
Allah. With the
name of Allah.
With the name of God, yes.
So when you say name of Allah, is it not mudaf ilay?
Yes.
So the original word, it should have been ismullahi. This meme should have a dhamma. Ismullahi, name of Allah.
But because of the ba, it doesn't.
Brilliant.
It has a kasra. Yeah.
So ismullahi is mudaf ilay. Why is ismullahi mudaf ilay? Because it's giving the meaning of belonging. Exactly.
Belonging,
And
yeah.
the meme of ism is changed from a dhamma to a kasra. Why? Because of
the ba, yeah.
And why is it not kasra tanween?
Because of because it belongs to Allah.
No, because it's
Because
mudaf.
of the Allah alif lam.
No, because of mudaf ilay. Always the mudaf neither takes a tanween. Remember what I said over here?
Oh yes, sorry.
The mudaf takes neither the definite article nor the indefinite.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we cannot say bi ismin or bil ismillah. The alif lam of al ismu, neither ismin is correct. Yeah, is correct. Only bi ismi, because ismullah is mudaf ilay.
Yes.
Does it make sense?
Yes, it clicked. It did click.
So original.
Yes, I just have to read. I just probably have to read the notes a little bit.
Okay.
It's getting clear. Yeah.
Okay, let me make it clear. So the original word, if this ba wasn't there, The
Yeah.
original word is
No, I understand that
Ismullah.
part. That the isim part, the isim noun is only getting a kasra because of the preposition ba. I
Yes.
understand that part.
And it doesn't take a tanween. Why?
And it doesn't
Because
take a tanween because
it's mudaf.
yeah, that's the
Allah
part.
subhanahu wa ta'ala. The name of
Oh.
Allah.
The name
And
of
all mudaf neither take a tanween and neither come with alif lam. So it's not bil ismi or neither bi ismin or ismun
okay,
because of being mudaf.
because of being mudaf. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is in regards to that. Let me go now a little bit more further. I think I need to give some more examples. Give me 2 seconds. Let me give some basic examples. That will make it easier for everyone. Let me just find out. I've actually wrote them out. Let me use it. Okay, let me just show you on the screen now. So look at Sister Tahir, can you come on the mic, please?
Yes.
Bismillah. Now over here, now you will see here examples. So the
Mhm.
original word like maktabul mudarrisi. The word maktab means desk. Al mudarrisi means the teacher. So this word here, original word was maktabun with a tanween, which
With
means
a
desk,
tanween.
and
Okay.
mudarris is the teacher.
Okay.
So when it becomes mudaf ilay, that the construction would be maktabul mudarrisi, the teacher's
Teacher's
desk.
desk.
Next one, I want you to do this example. Miftahun means key. That's the original word. Al baytu means the house. So if you want to say the house key,
So
how would
it
you
will be miftahul baiti.
Miftahul bayti? Miftahul bayti means the teacher, the house
So
key.
basically, we are making the correction in both the nouns in
Exactly.
its haraka, basically.
Correct. The original word should be miftahun and al baytu. Next one, dukanun and at-tajiru. Dukan means shop, at-tajiru means a merchant. But when you want to
Dukanu
say
at-tajiri. Okay.
dukanu tajiri, correct. Next
Got it.
example,
Baitu al-muhandisi.
Bayt means house, al-muhandis means engineer. So if you want to say the engineer's house, you will say
Baitul muhandisi.
excellent. Is this clear now?
This is perfectly clear. So basically, we are making both of these changing whenever we are discussing the possessive nouns.
Correct. Whenever we were making
This is the
possessive noun,
syntax for that. Okay.
exactly. This is the actual grammatical positioning of the actual harakat of the sentence. Correct. And then the other point I need to highlight, as I gave the example, Kitabu Abbasin and Abdullahi, the other example was that the second noun, the mudaf ilay, the possessor, did not come with alif lam. So Kitabun and Muhammadun, Kitabun means book, Muhammad means Muhammad. So here Kitabun comes in the meaning of a book.
A book.
Muhammadun, Muhammad. But if you want to say Muhammad's book, the harakat will change. There will be no tanween anymore. It will have one dhamma, and the second noun will have a kasrat
We'll
tanween.
get a tanween.
Muhammadun
Okay.
becomes Muhammadin. Kitabu
Kitabu
Muhammadin.
Muhammadin. Okay. Khalamu Hamidin. Baitu Abbasin. Right?
Yep, correct. That'll be
Okay.
Abbas's house, Hamid's
Got it.
pen, and then Ghurfatu.
Aliyin and Daftaru Sayyidin Mundilun Yasirin and Khamisun Ammarin and Sarirun Khalidin.
Excellent. Is this clear for everyone now?
Yes, this is perfect now. This is a really good example.
Brilliant. Is this clear for everyone in the class?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
For all those newcomers, this is clear, yes?
Assalamu alaikum, Maulana. didn't get the Aliyun part. Was it Ghurfatu Aliyin or
Ghurfatu
Aliyin?
aliyin.
Aliyin, because you'll have tanween still.
Yes.
Normally, we don't have tanween for the mudhaf ilayh. In case like
Normally,
this.
the mudhaf, very good. The mudhaf ilay can have tanween and it also can have a kasra, like kitabullahi. But here, the second parts are having without alif lam, so therefore it takes a kasra tanween.
Thank you. Even for Abbas, earlier you were explaining, you just say Abbas. You don't say C.
It should be Abbasin with a kasra tanween. Abbasin, okay?
Thank you. Jazakallah.
No problem.
What I understand from this is like all the names, like they take the Dhamma Tanween. So these names get converted into Kasra Tanween.
Yes,
when they are
however, there are some exceptions of female names. Female names, they will only take one kasra despite them being without alif lam. There is one exception. Two exceptions. The second exception, I'm not going to tell you. One exception is easy, which is all female names. Like if it was Maryam's book, you will yeah. So there are some exceptions. Inshallah, I'll do that later with you, but I'll just want to the basic concepts at the moment. Okay, that's that. Right, now I want to move on to the second phase. Give me a few more minutes because I need to explain these concepts. Now, come in the Quran. Bismillah, let's delve into the Quran. Let's bring Sister Farida. Sister Farida, Bismillah, come on the mic.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Sister Farida, now over here now, let's read Surah Nas. Qul.
Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, malikin nas.
No, just Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas. Now, the example which we are taking here is the ba. Ba, which means by or with or in.
Yes.
Rabbi.
Yes.
So the original, if ba wasn't there, it'd be Rabbun Nas. Rabbun Nas meaning the Lord or the king of the people itself. Yeah. Now this Rabbun Nasi is mudhaf ilay.
Yeah.
Rabbun, the ba of Rabb should have a dhamma, but because of ba, which is a harf jar, a preposition, it's changing it from Rabbu to Rabbi.
Rabbun Nas. Rabbi,
Rabbin Nas. So Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nasi. And that is mudhaf, and nasi is mudhaf ilay. Possess and the possessor.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Next one. Idha ja'a.
Sheikh, I don't know where you are. I'm on the screen.
We can't see the screen.
Can't see the screen.
Yeah.
Oh my, astaghfirullah. Apologies, I thought. Thank you then. Okay, there you go. Can you see it now? So this was, for example, Qul a'udhu bi rabbi an-nasi. So original word is a rabbun nasi. Ba is the preposition, changing the rabbi from rabbu to rabbi, and rabbi an-nas, rabb is mudhaf, and nasi is mudhaf ilayh. Is this clear now for you? Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do the verbs yet because verbs, it's a chapter in itself. But Qul is to say, a'udhu, I seek by or the assistance of the Lord of the people itself. Next example, Sister Farida.
Yeah. Iza jaha nasrullahi wal fatah.
Correct?
Yeah.
So here, nasrullahi, meaning the help of Allah. So nasrullahi is mudhaf ilay. Ja'a is a verb which means came. Idha means when the help of Allah came and victory.
Yeah.
Wal fath is the victory. So nasrullahi is mudhaf ilay, and ja is the verb. Nasrullahi is mudhaf ilay. Is this clear?
Yes, Sheikh, yes.
Okay, Sister Tahira, أخاكم. Bismillah. Next example.
Okay.
Next example is من فضل الله. ذلك من
ذلك
فضل
من
الله.
فضل
Go ahead.
ذلك من فضل الله علينا وعلى الناس ولكن أكثر الناس لا يشكرون.
So
ذلك
prime
is when.
example here, this one here. Min is what? A preposition which we have covered today.
Yes, min is preposition, and fazlullahi. So basically, these are the fazl is also the noun.
Correct.
Fazlullahi. So mudaf and mudaf ilayh. So
Correct.
whose fazl? Basically Allah's
Fadl. Fadl meaning mercy of Allah,
mercy or
compassion.
blessing. Yeah.
Exact blessing of Allah. Fadl. So original word is fadlullahi,
Fazlullahi.
and it is becoming fadlillahi.
Fazlullahi. Yes.
So min is coming, and therefore
We
fadlu.
change it into kasra. Yes.
Exactly.
The fazlu change into fazlillahi.
Exactly. So that is the grace and the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Example. I'm not going to read the whole ayah because of the
Yes.
restraint on time. Next example, Surah 85. Adhabul hariki.
Hariqi.
Hariki
Azabul
means
hariqi.
burning, chastisement of burning, chastisement of burning. So harik means burning, adhab meaning wrath and punishment. So this is mudaf ilay. Adhabul hariki. How is it mudaf
It would
ilay?
have been yes. It would have been azabun hariqun, right?
Adhabul
Other than
al-hariko. Al-harik. Because of
hariqu.
Islam,
Okay.
al-hariko.
Al hariqu. Okay.
But because of mudaf ilay, it becomes adhabul hariki.
Hariqi. Makes sense. Yeah.
Brilliant. Sister Tahira from Vancouver, would you be available? Jazakallah, sister. Thank you.
Yes, Bismillah.
Bismillah. This prayer. Inna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadirun.
Yes.
Let's do this.
So Allah is the preposition.
Yep.
And that has made kullu from kullu to kulli.
Correct. Kullu to kulli. Excellent. Kullu is the actual. Kullun was the original state, and it becomes kulli. Why? And
okay, it becomes kulli because kulli shay'in, because kulli is mudaf of shay'in.
excellent. And because shay'in is kasra tanween, that's mudaf ilay. And how many situations does a noun take a kasra or kasra tanween? Two.
In two situations.
Yeah.
When it's
either a preposition,
yes,
or
it's
idafa.
mudaf ilayh. Yes.
No, not mudaf ilay. When it's a mudaf ilay, shay'in
Sorry,
mudaf ilay. Yeah.
Right, mudaf ilayh.
So that is what does inna Allah ala kulli shay'in means. Surely Allah is
Power over all things.
all things. Okay. Next example, please.
Kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut.
This is a good example that you have two mudaf ilay in one sentence.
Yes, so kullu here remains kullu. Nafsin is every soul.
Oh, yep.
Now, nafsin is a mudaf for dha'iqatu.
No, mudaf ilay, not mudaf ilay. Kullu is mudaf, nafsin is mudaf ilay.
Sorry, nafsin is mudaf ilay and dha'iqatu is the mudaf, and al-mauti is the ikatul mauti. So now this is another mudaf ilayhi, Sheikh. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So every soul shall taste of death. Taste the death.
Yeah. Correct. Kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut.
And then mata'ul ghurur is the world is nothing but a provision of vanities. So mata'u is mudaf and al-ghururi is mudaf ilayhi. Yeah, right. And it takes one
dhamma.
One kasra.
Dhamma, not the dhamma tanween. And this is good. This is a fine example. وَلَا تَقُولُوا لِمَنْ يُقْتَلُ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. Original word sabilullah, which means the path of Allah, but it becomes fi sabilillah. Why? Explain.
Because fi is a preposition, so sabilu changed to sabili.
Correct.
And
What relationship?
sabili,
What relationship Sabil has with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?
sabil is a mudaf for Allahi.
Correct.
So
Correct.
it plays a double role here.
Correct. So Sabil is mudaf and is also having a kasra because of fi, and it's
Yes.
mudaf. Allah is mudaf ilay.
Yes, yes. So
Correct. Is this clear?
yes, thank you. Yes,
Any other
very
question
good
from anyone?
revision, Sheikh. Beautiful,
Sorry?
very good revision, Sheikh.
Well, no, this is
Especially, yeah, especially because we're bringing the Quran into effect here.
that's the reason why things. It's I'm thinking it through, and I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. I know this is gonna be a bit intense, this class, because the way Arabic is. I'm trying to simplify as much as possible, but inshallah, I need the feedback and develop it, because I want to develop it as a book, a new form of teaching Arabic through the Quran. Right, coming back to here now. Who is going to come on the mic next? Is Sister Sayeda there? Can I borrow you for a second, please?
Yes, yes.
Sister Sayeda, next question comes now. Bismillah. We have understood Bismi, Ismi, and Allah in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, correct?
Correct.
Next question. Ar-Rahmani. Bismillah, Rahman. What's the harakat of Ar-Rahman? Ar-Rahman is an sifa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ar-Rahman. So the Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim, both of them, these are the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yes.
Now, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala attribute Ar-Rahmani is coming? Do you know the reason for that?
Maybe it's the same, like it's coming after Allah. It belongs to Allah. So the mudaf.
Because of the babi.
No, carry on.
Like,
that was really good.
Like, since these properties belong to Allah, so it is again carrying the same kasra thing. That's what is coming to my mind.
Excellent. That is absolutely right. So what's happening here? This is the next, inshallah, next lesson. I'll talk about adjectives. How do adjectives come? So what's happening here? Ar-Rahman, ni, is an adjective for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And whenever there's an adjective for a noun, it follows the previous noun in harakat. Allah is with a kasra. Ar-Rahmani is coming in the position of an adjective for Allah. Who is Allah? He is Ar-Rahmani. He is what? Gracious, merciful. And Ar-Rahim is also a second adjective for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the compassionate. However, there are certain rulings which we will cover next lesson on this topic of in what. So the question comes, why is it not why is not Rahmani, Rahman? Why is it not Rahmanin, Ar-Rahimin? Why is it Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim? Why is it coming with a definite article? These are questions which we'll answer next session, inshallah. That why is there alif lam? And why is it? Of course, you've answered the question, is it with a kasra? Because it's the adjective for the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for Allah himself. But there are other things which I'll need to cover. And the next topic we will discuss is adjectives itself, inshallah. I'll edit a few more things on this handout, and I'll send this handout so that you can have a whiz through and a read through, so that you are in a better position to be prepared for the next lesson. Any questions from anyone?
So the Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim gets a kasra because of it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's adjective, but it's not, you're not using it because of the alif lam. The alif lam is there before the Rahman and Rahim.
Yeah. So okay, let me. You've answered the question. I have to.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah, the reason why there's a ruling in the Arabic language is that the noun which has been attributed with an adjective, or with a quality, an adjective, it has to follow also in the actual
Alif lam.
definite article as well. Exactly.
Got it.
Because
Got it.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with a definite article, the adjective for
Also
a
has to
noun
be
which has
definite.
been described, attributed, has to have the definite article. That's the reason Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, both of them have alif lam as well.
Got it. That makes so much sense. Thank you.
I wanted to leave you in suspense, but you
Sorry.
answered the question. That it made me to answer the question. Yeah, that's the reason why. And then let me just add one more point as you're asking these questions. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to leave you. I want to leave you because if I leave the student in suspense, they will come next session and say that let's find the answer. If you answer all the questions of the students, then there's no suspense for the next class. But hey, inshallah, I know you're good students, so I haven't got no worry for that. Let me just show you this now. In Surah Al-Hamd, I'm just giving you just a gist of it. When we say Alhamdu, the praise, who for? Lillahi, for Allah. Li is coming again, a preposition, for Allah. Original word is Allah. Who is this Allah?
Rabbul Alameen.
Rabbil
Rabbil
Alameen.
Alameen.
Now, why is it not coming a Rabbul Alameen? Why is it a Rabbil Alameen? So the word Rabbul Alameen means the nurturer of the universes. So Rabb, it should have been Rabbul Alameen. Rabbul Alameen. The reason why is
Because
it
Allah, the noun
Preposition.
before it has a kasra.
Yes.
exactly, because the word
Preposition.
Allah, because
Yes.
of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is followed by a preposition, Rabbil Alameen is getting a kasra. Now the position of Rabbil Alameen to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is an adjective. Mudaf ilay, Rabbul Alameen, as you've done today. This is an adjective for Allah. Who is this Lord? The nurturer of universe.
For the universe.
Another example you see, then you see.
Yeah, we have to see more examples to
Yeah.
kind of like make a differentiate between the
Yes, yeah, I
the
will.
cases. Yeah.
The Ar-Rahmani, Ar-Rahim. Again, these are adjectives. Inshallah, we'll discuss this next session about adjectives in Surah Al-Hamd. That because you will see that how I'm trying to join one concept with the other concept. We start with the prepositions, then went to mudaf, mudaf ilay, and then moving from mudaf, mudaf ilay, we're moving on to adjectives. And then once we finish
Yes.
adjectives, then we will start how do we construct sentences in the Arabic language. And then I'll start with Alhamdulillah and what type of sentence Alhamdulillah is, inshallah.
Yeah, so far the base for the adjective, you said that whatever the haraka for the noun will be same for the adjective.
Yes, whatever the noun which has been attributed
Preceding it,
with the
the
adjective,
preceding.
yeah, it has been attributed with the adjective will be the same for the adjective as well.
So if I want to say just like how we discussed like Kitabu Abbasin, like Abbas's book. If I
Yep.
want to say Kitabu Abbasin Kabirin.
Okay, good question. MashaAllah. Okay, if you want to say Abbas's book is big,
Is big.
so because
I'm sorry. Let's just no.
yeah,
I think it'll be
it's
unfair for everyone.
it's a brilliant question, Sister Tahira. You've asked the question at the right time. You've asked the question at the right time. I will explain this. This is you're adding an adjective to a mudaf ilay, Kitabu Abbasin, which is
Yes.
big. It's a brilliant question at the right time. I will answer this question maybe next session,
Next class.
right at the end of the next session now.
Yeah, because the example was in front of me, so I was like, okay, how would you add this?
How would you bring the adjective? Now
Yeah.
remember, okay, let me just give you a tip. The kitab. Let me teach you this in a few seconds, and you'll be amazed at how much you have learned. The word position of kitab. So kitabu Abbasin. What is the position of kitab? Is the position of kitab definite or indefinite?
This is definite because we are mentioning the possessive noun after the.
Brilliant.
Because of
So
mudaf and yeah.
exactly, brilliant. Having bright students in the class makes the class a good place and a good environment for the teacher and the students as well. Now, let me say one thing now. As you have said, kitab is definite by position because it's mudaf. If you want to bring an adjective for kitab, for the book, it will come after Abbas. It will come with alif lam.
Oh, Kitabu Abbas and Al-Kabir.
Al-Kabiro.
Al-Kabir.
Al-Kabiro.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Kitabu Abbasin Al-Kabiro. Abbas's big book.
So why Al-Kabiro? Why
Yes,
Because
why
kitab,
Al-Kabir?
Al-Kabiro,
Yes.
because Kitabu is coming with a dhamma.
Oh,
Ba is coming with a
okay.
dhamma.
Oh,
Kitabu.
excellent. Oh, okay. That makes so much sense.
Abbas's big book.
Okay. So we
Okay.
will, that will basically, when we're adding the haraka for the adjective, we will see what is the object is getting, basically.
No,
The
no,
kitab
no,
is
the attributed
muzaf,
noun.
muzaf.
The attributed noun, the mawsuf, which is kitab itself. Because kitabu is coming with a dhamma,
The attributed noun. Okay,
al-kabiru
that's the right
will
word.
come with a
Okay.
dhamma as well.
Got it. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay.
That is quite brilliant. Sister Munira, can you see the difference in this class that we are like jumping books from book 1 to 2 and then 3? I don't know. You've noticed those who are on book 4. Can you see the speed of this class? It's much more rapid than the Medina books we were doing.
Yeah, it is interesting actually. I'm learning too because this is Quranic Arabic is my first time. I have not done it.
So
But
what
because
happened,
we have done Medina book, so it covers lots of things.
exactly. So what's happening here now, because this is Quranic based, the speed of learning grammar is going to be much more faster than Medina Arabic. Medina Arabic gradually teaches you things, but in this course, it is quite rapid because we're not focusing on exercise, anything. It's Quran translation, grammar, Quran translation. That's what it is. And tafsir as well, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. It's
You may
nice.
see it's quite rapid how things are happening in this class. So inshallah, Sister Sakina, don't worry about book 2 because within this you will cover majority of the concept of book 2 Medina Arabic within this, inshallah.
So we're gonna repeat this whole concept in the next class too, right?
I will
I haven't taken any notes. That's what I'm saying. It was just.
Don't worry, I'll send you these handouts out, and you have the recordings, and I'll send you the handouts, and inshallah from the handouts you can make your notes as well, inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Jazakallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Inshallah, hope it was beneficial for everyone.
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah.
Inshallah. So it's the master dua. Inshallah, I'll see you next week the same time, but I'll send you the handouts before that, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Thank you.